All right. Looks to me like it's Mighty Morphin Magenta time. So, we've got our dark magenta. We've got our magenta, and we've got our rosa, or our pink. And these, whoops, I'm sorry. We do have pink, but we're not using it right now. I meant to say pale pink. So, these are our options. We're gonna take these three, boom, 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 one of which we've already liberally applied right here on the wing. And we're going to start lightening up areas of the wing. And I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some texturing here as well. So let's see what we've got. I'm gonna mix a little of the dark magenta, which we've been using, into our proper magenta, using a Winsor & Newton size 1 that's all messed up with a magenta tip to let me know it's not my beautiful one, but that's all right. It will do. And then we're just gonna start doing this little deal. See what happens. Pulling it horizontal across the existing paint. Just see if I can't create a little bit of a weird pattern here to play with. So now at minimum what we're establishing is the magenta color as some sort of tone on the upper edges of the folds. We're leaving that dark magenta by itself in a couple of layers down in the folds, in the creases of the folds, instead of on the apex of them. Hopefully that will be enough to create some tonal variety and allow us to kind of claim some distinction there. I think it will be, at least as a very, very basic step. As I'm moving more into the straight magenta without any mix, I'm starting to see that a lot more here. I switched to vertical strokes because I just wasn't getting the effect I want. The original layer of magenta wasn't as strong as I'd hoped. Wasn't enough of a contrast to create the texture that I wanted. So we're just going to go ahead and go hard into the paint here, so to speak, and let it do what it do. And then we'll have created some pretty strong variety. Hopefully that's showing up pretty well. Go over the top of the tongue here as well. I'm gonna get a sharper brush out. That's gonna help me create texture. So we're going to the same basic brush. It's a newer, as you can tell, and less worn. Here's the new, and here's the one here's the new one, and here's the worn one, and a couple of good licks. Let's see if you can see the difference in the tip here. A little bit. You can see there's just more hair on this one. It's longer. It's got more refined tip that I can use to attack this thing. So I'm getting some of the straight pale pink here, which is a cool color. getting some of the regular magenta. I'm going to do a little mixture, get it consistent in there. Beautiful. Then I'm going to take this and go after it. Wiping some of the wetness off. Don't really know this is doing anything either. Kind of a fail all around, if I'm honest. There we go. Starting to get some development there. Like I said, if we get pink on the fingers here, it's okay. We will come back and fix all of our sins against this bright yellow-green later on. All right, we've created some wing texture there. Just get a little dab of that pale pink and hit it on the tongue there. And then I'm going to get some watered down dark magenta. Kind of run it back over. Then I'm going to go back to the pale pink. I'm going to do a thin little specular highlight line right down the center of it. Nice and grody. A little shiny. This is a pure gaming piece. I'm not getting under the wings, but that's something I probably would do if I wanted to get a little hardier with this. Right now I just want to focus on the top. So I know it's there and I'm ignoring it. You are allowed to not paint any part of the model that you don't want to paint. Just part of the rules. All right, we're going in with a pale pink, slightly more serious mix of pale pink into the original magenta color. I'm going to go just do one more pass. On some parts of the wing here. They're facing upward. Okay. That's something to look at. Next.
That concludes another episode of Paint Those Tyrannids. Please like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 50 subscribers to unlock live streaming. Thank you all so much. Key out.